Lucas just had his first kid. Make sure everyone's congratulating him in the comments. And I know what you're all saying. You're shocked that we're not gay, but just had his first kid. And he's sending that kid straight to Dagestan along with Peyton Talbot and the 10 fighters on each of our lists, because all of these fighters we're going to talk about today need to go to Dagestan for 2 to 3 years minimum for one reason or another.
Yeah, 2-3 years, forget, brother. You can call one time 6 months. So, yes, inspired by Peyton Talbot's recent loss where he forgot how to grapple or maybe just never learned, we're going to be talking about fighters for one reason or another who should send themselves to Dagestan. And I've seen prices. It's actually not too bad, guys.
We've considered it.
We have considered it for a video. It would be pretty fun.
You guys just need to subscribe.
Yes. If you want to see us go to Dagestan, make sure you subscribe. Or we'll send our editor there, Matt, and he can do it for us. He'll just vlog the whole thing. And then we can do like a reaction. Maybe that's more of our style, you know? We don't do the work.
How do you think I would fare in Dagestan?
I think we'd both die on the first day. Like we couldn't do the cardio. It's just too much. We're both garbage at cardio. So, yes. And you're also uncoordinated.
I'm not uncoordinated.
Yes, you are. You are the most uncoordinated person ever.
Okay, my first fighter isn't one fighter, it's a whole division. All of heavyweight basically needs to go to Dagestan, because outside of maybe Jailton Almeida, Curtis Blades, John Jones, and Tommy Aspinall, those guys can maybe stay, but the rest of them gotta go.
You know,
like they are never gonna be able to compete with Tom Aspinall or John Jones unless they just go to Dagestan.
The problem is,
and have some sort of grappling base. I know I just cut you off like 3 times there, but like they have like zero base for grappling.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking.
They have no wrestling.
No, the problem with if you did send all the heavyweights to Dagestan, they would come back as middleweights. All right, so you can't.
No,
do that. You can't.
We'd have a whole division of Shamil Gaziev.
Shout out Gaziev, bro, for real. He's
that big KO.
He's really carrying the heavyweight division right now.
Dude, him versus Mick Park in super fight in about 2 years for the belt. It's gonna be unreal. Gonna feed generations.
What happened to Tom Aspinall?
Tom just gave up. There was no comp.
Retired.
Cleared the division twice and was like, all right.
I could see that. All right, my first fighter. I like that pick. I did debate putting a division on there, but I didn't. My first pick has to be Sean O'Malley.
I didn't put him there.
If he wants to ever beat Merab, he's going to need to learn some takedown defense. And what better way to learn than go Dagestan? It's the perfect way. I think
like he would be good too, because like that takedown defense he already has, and like the length. I know when you're long, you struggle with grappling, you know, and just like wrestling is just tougher when you're that long. I don't like the way that I'm talking about Sean like that.
You're that long.
But like, I mean, obviously, like, you know, he's one that obviously I could have put on my list, but there was other guys where I was like, you know, these guys have even worse.
Well, I just think like he wants to get that title back so bad. If you're serious about it, go to Dagestan for 6 months. I want to know, like, I want some fighter to actually take them up on their offer, because Khabib says it to like every fighter pretty much. You know, Paul Hughes, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier. I want to know how good they could get with 6 months of Dagestan training.
Here's the thing. I was looking for like inspiration for fighters, because I had like not 8 or 9. I needed like a couple more. So I was looking at this like Reddit thread from like a few years ago, and it was
Bro's a Redditor.
And it was like, what UFC champion has the worst grappling? And they just all talked, or like the worst wrestling, and they all talked about Charles. Like I think this was like right after Charles lost to Islam, and then it was just purely Charles and Adesanya, and I was like, you guys are just dogging on Charles. Like maybe he would go if Charles went to Dagestan.
That'd be hype.
That's the GOAT. That'd
be hype, man.
But like, some names made more sense than Charles Oliveira.
I think you were on the Dagestan Reddit.
Anyway, they were just trying to promote him.
All right, should I go for my next person?
All right.
Shar Magomedov.
I have Shar Magomedov, especially this week. Is he welcomed back?
I don't know. No. He got kicked out originally because he had long hair. And you can't have long hair in Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov's camps. All right? That's just illegal. Everyone knows that. That's the first rule of Fight Club.
Okay, but buzz cut Shar. We don't see him for 2 years, comes back with a buzz. That's a future champ right there.
He's basically Shemaev with red beard. Red beard Maev. Yeah. I think it would benefit him, obviously, if he did want to defeat MVP. The way to do it was grappling. I saw him doing a little bit of takedown stuff in his workouts, and I thought maybe we would see a change in style, but nope.
Just like a woman, they never change.
They never change.
They never change.
And that's facts, guys. If you want real life advice, what he just said is true there. They don't change.
They don't change.
You can't change them. That's the hard truth. Anyways, yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah. We should start a therapy channel.
BetterHelp, sponsor us. Actually need some of that. So,
really? Dang.
Need some BetterHelp.
Yeah. Anyways, Shara.
Forgot about this guy.
Yeah, Shara.
No, but realistically, like, his striking is so unorthodox, and like he's one step away. Just cut your hair, bro, and go back. Go back to the good side. Go back to the Jedi Order. You know?
It's crazy how he thinks that cutting his hair, having hair is what makes girls attracted to him. That's what he said. He said, I want to look good for bro. No one likes that ginger hair.
There's also no girls probably at that camp. They
for sure no.
He hates those hot tubs.
No.
Ikram gets a little close to him.
I don't think Ikram's allowed back there either after what happened. Yeah. Shara just needs to learn grappling, you know. Dagestan would be tough on him. I think they'd be like...
And he'd also put on size too.
They'd be shocked at how bad he is. They'd be like, your name's what? Magomedov, and you're this bad at grappling? Brother.
We see white guy do more.
Yeah. Dustin Poirier has better grappling than you.
All right, I'm going to combine these three flyweights. Kai Kara-France, Manel Kape, and Kaya Sakura. All right, we saw Kaya Sakura in that fight versus Pantoja. Basically, the second he got taken to the ground, he got tapped out. You know, he didn't look too hot. He didn't look too sharp in that fight. He looked exciting on the feet, but like no ground game. You know, maybe him and like Tyra can saw some smooths. If you combine Tyra and Asakura, that's the GOAT right there. But then, like, I think Kai Kara-France and Manel Kape are pretty similar. They're both power punchers in a division with a lack of power. If you send these guys to Dagestan for 2 years and they had this wrestling base to be able to keep up with guys like Pantoja, Royval, more GOATs.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, I'm saying that everyone in this video is GOATs, but it's like we're taking the best strikers in the UFC and we're giving them elite wrestling. That sounds like
unstoppable.
A GOAT. That sounds like a GOAT to me.
Yeah, for sure. I have Kai Sakura as well, so I'll talk about him next too. He just honestly needs to lock in for a little bit for 2 to 3 years, work on the grappling. He's super powerful and great shot selection. We've seen that in the Pantoja fight. He has all the striking there to make it to be a champion. It's just you got to work on that wrestling.
I'm just realizing now that this video we're saying for all these people to go in for 2 to 3 years. So basically, just the UFC is going to be basically just collegiate wrestling for 2 to 3 years. But by the time that this drought is over, it'll be elite. It'll be elite. You know, just 2 to 3 years of a dark period.
You're getting Marab versus Umar every fight after this. If every fighter goes to Dagestan for 2 to 3 years, man. But yeah, Kai Sakura, great fighter. Love to fight him, but he's just not that great at wrestling. And if you match him up with a Moreno or anyone in that top, I think even Albazi has a good shot at beating him. It's just tough. Like when you don't have any wrestling, you're kind of cooked at the top level.
Yeah.
Unless you're Alex Pereira, you're just cooked, man. Wrestling is such a strong base.
Especially at flyweight where like you can't put the guy out in one punch. It's like...
Yeah, you have to have so much skill.
All right, moving on. My next fighter... Honestly, this might be a crazy hot take, but he might have the worst wrestling and submission defense in the whole UFC right now. Israel Adesanya, the way that he got taken down by Dricus and then submitted that quickly, like it's different if that happens. You know, we saw Moicano that happened against Islam. You know, immediately as soon as he got taken down, choked out. But for Dricus to do that to you, and like I think it was like 14 seconds was the time from being taken down to choked out.
That sounds about right.
Israel, if we want a resurgence, you know, light heavyweight resurgence for Israel Adesanya, we're going away to Dagestan for 2 years. They'll give you magic chin repair therapy, you know,
and drugs.
And I heard that there's lots of dogs.
Ooh, is there?
There's surely dogs in Russia.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think
They might be like wolves.
I don't think they'd let them do anything to him or let him do anything to them. That sounds a bit crazy.
Dagestani dogs? Those things will mess you up.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Those would be like the ugliest, like...
No, they'd be wolves. They'd literally just be wolves.
But we go away for a couple of years. We come back, 39th birthday, we'll say. You know, we got 1 year before 40. In that 1 year...
Great age.
Pereira rematch.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, if he went up to light heavyweight and learned grappling for 2 years, number one contender. Easily.
He could go up right now, and I think he beats a guy like... it's a close fight between him and a guy like Jamal Hill.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Carlos Ulberg, you just make it past the first round.
Well, but that's difficult for both of them. They're both... CKB? Dude, tell me I'm not right. CKB ruins fighters.
I wanted to send all of City Kickboxing to Dagestan.
That's so true.
Let's have a merger.
Yeah, Volk can lead them into there because he knows them.
Dude, Volk literally half Dagestan.
He is, bro. It's crazy.
Like
All right.
he knows the ways. He can teach that. But
my next fighter is someone who, if you looked at their last name, you would think they're already from Dagestan. Well, they are. You'd think they're already a good wrestler, though. Said Nurmagomedov.
ooh, fair enough.
After that...
Vinny Oliveira, I predicted it. I was rocking with them.
Oh, you're so annoying, dude. You're actually so annoying.
My Saudi Arabia picks were so fire except for Adesanya.
You're actually so annoying because we made that prospect video, and the one time I ride with a Nurmagomedov and a Dagestani, he ends up being complete dog water and loses to Vinicius Oliveira. I think Vinicius Oliveira should get a good matchup.
I think it's
close to
like a
top
Kyler Phillips. I think I could see him versus.
Oh,
Kyler.
I forgot it's bantamweight. Give him whoever you want, man.
Yeah, that bottom of bantamweight.
Yeah,
as long as it's just not Marcus McGee, but like anyone else, Montel Jackson.
Any one of them, I think he'd probably. How good is Bernardo Sopai as well? You know, like frick, man, it's so annoying. UFC's so annoying right now. Like, you're already one up on me in our prospect predictions. That's pissing me off, dude. Who are we talking about? Oh yeah, Said Nurmagomedov. Yeah, he's a good striker, very good striking. And then when he shoots for takedowns in the second and third round, it's really just the cardio, you know? It's really the cardio that hinders these Dagestani fighters. So maybe I send him to Georgia. Can we do a video? Who should we send to Georgia with?
Who are we sending to Georgia?
With Umar.
Well, these next two fighters I have on my list. I'm going to group them together again.
Okay, so are we sending them to Georgia?
We originally sending them to Dagestan.
Well, I guess they could just walk over the mountain.
Yeah, they're doing a combo camp, you know, like
group special, Groupon.
Buy one get one free. Year and a half Dagestan, year and a half Georgia. We're going to Dagestan first, learning how to wrestle, and then we're getting that cardio. For you know what, they just need the cardio. Honestly, they're here because they have no cardio. Carlos Ulberg and Michelle Pereira we're going to Dagestan to learn cardio, but that flight got intercepted, and now they're going to Georgia, training under Marab. Because if these guys had cardio, elite.
Oh, for
Ulberg
sure.
had cardio.
Oh, it's best fighter in the division.
But he's got one round in him.
Yeah.
He is the most just man of all time. Classic men.
That's that CKB difference.
One round
and it's over. I also have Michelle Pereira. Similar reasoning to you. It's more about the cardio. So yeah, let's send him to Georgia instead. Get him all tuned up. What do you think of the new fight that got announced? We got Abus Magomedov versus Michelle Pereira. He's cooked again. Man.
Yeah. Like it's just like, oh.
Abus has submission game. Oh, man, that's a weird name. Abus has a submission game. So he can easily submit Pereira, unless Pereira pulls out.
I don't like how you refer to him as Pereira right now.
Michelle Pereira.
Yeah, you have to say full name with this one. You can't say submit Pereira. That doesn't happen. Don't speak that into existence.
Michelle Pereira about to hit the backflip, one-hitter quitter.
They're going to clip that so hard. Oh, Pereira submitted? Pereira sucks? Clipped.
True.
But like, it's just like, it's an interesting matchup for the UFC. Like, I don't know why you would give Michelle Pereira, this ultra exciting fighter, to a guy like Abus
Magomedov?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting matchup. I think they're trying to push Abus more, and they've realized Pereira's kind of maybe he's better outside the rankings.
Yeah, maybe Pereira doesn't need that ranking to put on an exciting fight. One of those guys that just kind of hangs out around and just puts on.
And I wouldn't even be mad at that.
Yeah, I think that's fair, like a quality first round.
Yeah.
But then it's just like another grappler, another wrestler inside of the middleweight rankings.
Yeah. Well, Ubus, I think he could get, like, he almost got KO'd by.
Yeah, he's not the same.
Oh, who did he almost get? I remember his last fight. I think it was against a Brazilian, and the dude was just crazy powerful. Oh, he had good one punch power, but it didn't have great cardio, and then he just got outclassed in the later rounds and submitted. It was against, was it Bruno? Something?
Yeah, Bruno Ferreira.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Dang, that's actually wild. Yeah, Bruno Ferreira didn't get that win, but he was close. Let's move on to our next fighter. I'm gonna go with Wang Kong.
I have Wang Kong on my list. She was actually next.
Yeah, Wang Kong.
If you send her to Dagestan, she's unstoppable.
She is unstoppable for sure. She's coming for that Valentina Shevchenko. She thought she was Pereira maxing coming into the UFC and thinking she was going to get that rematch with her arch nemesis kickboxing Valentina Shevchenko, but then she got fraud checked. And I think everything in the UFC in the last couple of years with these prospects who get pushed, it just goes to show that Pereira was always that good.
Yeah.
You know, he was always going to get to that top level no matter what. Yeah, you see all these prospects who have great striking, who we think are going to the top, and they just get submitted by a mid grappler, you know? Don't ask me to name Wang Kong's last opponent because I cannot. Gabriela Fernandez, maybe? Yeah, that was brutal. And we thought she was going to just walk in there and KO her. As soon as it was on the ground, you knew it was bad for her. She got caught in a submission so fast. I think same thing's going to happen to her next matchup, Bruna Brazil, fighting nerd, at UFC 312. But if she goes to Dagestan, she's a champion. She's a world champion.
Yeah.
Because she has as good as striking as anyone in that division, probably better.
Yeah, and everyone knows how I feel about Wang Kong. She's my goat.
Yeah.
My lover. If you want to be my lover, gotta get with my friends.
Don't.
It's a gaping hole. It's a gaping hole. That wrestling.
What are you saying?
When you're that small.
You can just stop talking right now.
I only have one person left, so.
Same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I'll go with mine. Out of everyone on my list, although age not the best, they're a little bit old. Mm-hmm. But out of everyone on my list, this person has the most potential to be a dominant wrestler. All right, if they go to Dagestan, they probably don't even need the whole 2 to 3 years, maybe a year in Dagestan.
Wait, no way we have the same person.
I have never seen someone with a wrestling background go to such waste and just be not even used. I have Justin Gaethje.
Oh my goodness. Okay, good.
Like, what a waste of the wrestling background for Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
So much potential to be one of the most well-rounded fighters. And let's just not use it. You know, let's get CTE. Let's get those 50K bonuses, but take 10 years off my life every fight. 50K for 10 years?
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know. I didn't put that. I thought you were going with a different route. Someone who has a good wrestling base already. This guy, he isn't going to Dagestan to learn. He's going to get humbled.
Is it Bo Bickel?
It's Bo Bickel. He needs to go to Dagestan and actually prove all of this crap he's been talking on the White Boy podcast.
Yeah, minus 1,000 favor versus Hamzat Shemaya.
You can take the boys with you. You know, you can keep that podcast going in Dagestan. But I need you to go to Dagestan and realize that they're gonna dog walk you. In MMA wrestling, they will kill you, especially Shemaev. And Shemaev ain't even there. So count yourself lucky, kid. But I did that not because he needs to learn, but because he should get humbled. That's really it.
All right, that is going to wrap it up for us today. Make sure you guys go down to the comments. Let us know who you think needs to go to Dagestan alongside Peyton Talbot and Lucas's son. While you're down there, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.